time that I felt God lavish His grace on me was when I decided to rededicate myself to God. I was serving in the church for a couple years, and then I decided to make some bad decisions. I started slowly slipping away from Christ, and I started to harden my heart towards conviction. And yet there was still a time when I felt God wanted me to come back. There was times that I felt what I'm doing is wrong, and that I knew in my heart that it was wrong. And so I felt there was a turning point, that God was pulling me back in. And I decided to finally just give up my rebellion and decide to come back to God. And it's just something I never experienced before, the fact that I can purposely and knowingly, intentionally turn myself from God, yet come back and He's still standing there with open arms. So that's a time that He lavished His grace on me.
When God lavishes grace on me, it's always when I feel alone or lost or without answers, and I just pray and ask God, say, God, I want to answer from You. I want to hear Your voice. And God's grace just comes down and He speaks to me. Because when Jesus died, the veil was torn, so then we had direct access to God, and now I have direct access to God through grace. So when I ask God for an answer in a certain situation in my life, He's always faithful to respond.
A time God lavished His grace on me was after I got out of high school. I wasn't really living my life out for God. I was just kind of doing my own thing, and one night I broke down and asked God just to have mercy on me, because I was not doing the right thing, and God just poured out His grace and just showed up and filled me up, man, and it was awesome, that experience.
Okay, there's been a lot of times in my life where I'm hurting and I turn to guys for my love and affection that I wanted and acceptance that I think I need from them. But at those times when I'm done hurting, God's always there, and He shows me the grace and love that I needed, and it shows me the affection that I've always wanted.
God's grace in that moment changed my life forever. It changed the way I look at life. It changed the way I picture love and how love can be, and the way we're supposed to love people. It changed the way I look at God. The fact that He can have open arms when I'm intentionally rebelling against Him, it changed my life forever.
I'm no longer alone in life. I no longer have to look into the things of the world for happiness and joy and acceptance. I find all of that through the grace of God.
I now live out my everyday life knowing that God loves me and is happy for me and wants the best for me.
Now I'm more happier, I feel accepted, I know I'm beautiful, I know I'm worthy, and it's all because of God's grace.
And every eye beholds the one our hearts will run to.